Hello everybody and welcome to our second storytime session of Horrid Henry's Underpants. So I wonder if Henry is going to accept the deal to eat some vegetables so then he can go to Gobble and Go, his favourite restaurant. For some reason, Mum and Dad hated Gobble and Go. They'd taken him once and sworn they would never ever go again. And now, unbelievably, Mum was offering. "Deal!" shouted Henry, in case she changed her mind. "So we're agreed," said Mum. "You eat your vegetables every night for 5 nights and then we'll go." "Sure, whatever," said Horrid Henry eagerly. He'd agreed to anything for a meal at Gobble and Go. He'd agreed to dance naked down the street singing "Hallelujah, I'm a nudie" for the chance to eat at Gobble and Go. Look at this picture. Perfect Peter stopped eating his cauliflower. He didn't look very happy. "I always eat my vegetables," said Peter. "What's my reward?" "Health," said Mum. Day 1. String beans. "Mum, Henry hasn't eaten any beans yet," said Peter. "I have too," lied Henry. "No, you haven't," said Peter. "I've been watching." "Shut up, Peter," said Henry. "Mum," wailed Peter, "Henry told me to shut up." "Don't tell your brother to shut up," said Mum. "It's rude," said Dad. "Now eat your veg." Horrid Henry glared at his plate, teeming with slimy string beans, just like a bunch of green worms. He thought, yuck. He must have been mad agreeing to eat vegetables for 5 nights in a row. He'd be poisoned before day 3. Then they'd be sorry. "How could we have been so cruel?" Mum would shriek. "We've killed our own son," Dad would moan. "Why, oh why did we make him eat his greens?" they would sob. Too bad he'd be dead so he couldn't scream, "I told you so." "We have a deal," said Dad. "I know," snapped Henry. He cut off the teeniest, tiniest bit of string bean he could. "Go on," said Mum. Slowly, Horrid Henry lifted his fork and put the poison in his mouth. Ah, what a horrible taste! Henry spat and spluttered as the sickening saliva of string beans stuck in his throat. "Water!" he gasped. Perfect Peter speared several beans and popped them in his mouth. "Great string beans, Dad," said Peter. "So crispy and crunchy." "Have mine if you like them so much," muttered Henry. "I want to see you eat every one of those string beans," said Dad, "or no Gobble and Go." Horrid Henry scowled. No way was he eating another mouthful. The taste was too horrible. But oh, Gobble and Go! Those burgers, those chips, those TVs! There had to be another way. Surely he, King Henry the Horrible, could defeat a plate of greens. Horrid Henry worked out his battle plan. It was dangerous. It was risky. But what choice did he have? I wonder what his plan's going to be to eat these string beans. Let's find out tomorrow.